a chatbot that can show you emotions and gestures, then Pi might be better for you.
Now, later on, engineers started improving on these by focusing more and more on improving the imagery and making the overall experience much more realistic. Which means that pretty soon you could basically start selling these hyper-realistic AI girlfriends as subscription packages where you would have a unique AI model that would be indistinguishable from a real woman. She would be able to send you perfect
So it's actually going to bitch at you and stuff too?
text messages, call you up, leave sexy voice messages, send fun pics, and do whatever you want on video, all in the most natural and realistic way possible. This would literally be the digital version of.
And guys, this is going to be a dopamine nightmare. Do not fall into this trap. It will probably even look realistic and everything like that, have realistic sounds and stuff. But I'm telling you, this and corn and stuff is a dopamine trap. It's going to make you a slave to it.
Of this girl.
I please my man in every way. All the way. Wake him up. He gets, before he leaves out the door, he's leaving empty. So at work, I am calling him like, come outside, it's your lunch break.
Now, we all know she's just saying this to go viral and probably doesn't mean any of it, but it still sounds pretty damn good
Doing Hoga
to hear her say this, which is exactly my point. This woman might be full of it, yes, pun intended, but an AI version of her would do the exact same thing, and it would do so in a very believable and natural fashion. So just think about it for a sec, because you're basically getting a world in which you can have the perfect girlfriend for free, or maybe just $10 a month, texting you and calling you in the perfect way and sending you all the photos and videos that you desire, whenever you want them. And to make it even better, you can have as many of these as you can handle, all responding to your every request. So no more left unread on dating apps, bye-bye OF subscriptions, and bye-bye Instagram thoughts that give you nothing but demand your constant attention. Because none of these platforms would be able to deliver the amount of content, quality, and customization that AI would be able to give you. So the question then becomes, is all of this a good thing? Well, apart from ending OF and Instagram careers, no, I don't think so. I basically feel as if we're all standing on a beach looking out at sea towards a massive incoming tsunami. And really, all that we can do is say, we're fucked. Because there's really nothing we can do here to stop this. I've heard some people mention legislation and that we need new AI laws. But
well, this is when the data centers really come in. That's why I harp on these data centers, because that is the infrastructure to allow this nonsense to compute. You said that she likes to watch whoever did who to each other. Yeah. That's common, guys. Now it's, I'm going to do the passport thing. I'm just, done with women here. Now and then I like will hook up with a chick now and then just to like get it out of my system. But then I go back to just being on my grind and stuff.
That's coming from the same people that barely understand the internet or data encryption.
How in the hell you can't access a phone?
So this Trey Gowdy guy, I used to like him a lot, but he says a lot, but really nothing gets done. So he'll say like everything you want to hear, but really nothing will get done. So he'll say exactly what we want to hear probably right now.
I just find baffling.
So yeah, legislators coming to the rescue is definitely not going to happen. These guys are...
And just one thing he did here, let me just show you
And really, all that we can do is say, we're fucked. Because there's really nothing we can do here to stop this. I've heard some people mention legislation and that we need new AI laws, but that's coming from the same people that barely understand the internet or data encryption.
How in the hell you can...
What is he doing right here? What have we talked about what this symbol is? This is that 666 Freemason thing. So what he's saying and showing you that. So this guy says a lot of stuff that you want to hear, but nothing it will get done. So I used to actually think this guy was like pretty cool, and he's like, this guy's not effing around. He's like trying to get shit done. Nope. Here he is doing that Freemason symbol, acting like he's emphasizing a point, acting like he's in opposition, It's just a controlled opposition. Yeah, they're not going to be a virgin. Move to Idaho, they said. It might be pretty good in Idaho. I live in a semi-rural area. Well, I live in like a lake town, vacation town, but guys, get out on the water. I want you guys to go get an inflatable paddleboard, even Liberty caps. They have inflatable paddleboards that go like in a backpack. And you go to a local body of water and just get out on the water and get away from this nonsense. That's how you're going to clear your head, you know, get in the sun. You know, you don't need to go paddleboarding in the metaverse. Go in the real world while you still can. Before the data centers suck up the water, go out and do that. Yeah, you may get a couple bug bites and a sunburn, but that's actually living, and it will make you not be weak.
It's a phone? I just find baffling.
So yeah, legislators coming to the rescue is definitely not going to happen. These guys are still trying to
because they're all on the same team, basically.
regulate crypto.
Oh, and I got to show you this. So put a 1 in the chat if you remember Sam Bankman-Fried.
AI proliferation or
I want to show you what Sam. So speaking of degeneracy and things like that, this is a quick side note. Sam Bankman-Fried. Yeah, I'd already remembered that. I looked it up. So remember Sam Bankman-Fried? He would do like kind of like orgies and stuff with his other people. But have you guys ever seen his girlfriend? Remember, this guy had a lot of money. He was like a billionaire. Did you ever see his girlfriend? I want you to take a look at this. Look at this right here. Sam, you did it, and she ratted you out. She looks like a rat. Look at this. Oh, crap. It's not showing. Oh, hang on a second. Look at this. That's who ratted him out and who he was banging. And he was like a billionaire. Look at this troll. Terrible. Come on, man. Come on. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. And he was fooling around with more dudes than guys. They are metaverse degenerates. It really is. Look at this right here. Embarrassing. It's just sad. It really is just sad. And that was him.
Jews.
And he's also a small hat.
So yeah,
Isn't that funny? A guy who was doing crypto scams was also a small hat, doing basically digital coin clipping, the money changer in the temple. What a crazy. Yeah. I bought a few through the winter. I probably have so I live on a lake, and I have like a side business selling like paddleboard and kayak rack stands and canoes and stuff like that. You can get an inflatable paddleboard, and it just goes in a backpack. They're not really that heavy, and you get a decent workout pumping it up. And you can even just put it on a bicycle, get a couple beers in there or something, some weed, or take some mushrooms, and just go out on the water and just sit there, hang out, paddle around, jump in a few times. That's all you need. That's all you need. Definitely do that. And you can meet chicks that way too. Chicks love paddleboarding, but they always like paddleboard with their dog on there and stuff like that. So I want you guys to go get a paddleboard, an inflatable one. Inflatable ones are much better, in my opinion. And I have like a whole bunch of different kinds. So just leave it in your car all summer. And then when you're driving around or something, you see a random even pond or something like that, go in and check it out. Or get a kayak or canoe, but leave it on top of your car or your truck or whatever all summer, but actually just stop at places and use it. Even if you just go paddle around for like 30 minutes hanging out, it's really worth it. Yeah, they were in a nerd call. He was the only one hitting. Yeah, which it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, get a paddleboard, guys.
Legislators coming to the rescue is definitely not going to happen. These guys are still trying to regulate crypto, and preventing AI proliferation or misuse would be almost impossible to achieve anyways. You would have to mandate that every profile on every platform is verified with passports, banking details, you name it, just like with brokerage accounts. However, that would only cover the official websites.
And how long before they're just going to say like, well, if we just have like a little bit of your blood, we can even get the algorithm better for you because you're a type O negative blood. So we can now advertise different corn syrup based products that you will like better because you need more iron. So we give you fake minerals and fake iron in the food that we'll advertise to you. All of this is coming. It's already kind of here to a degree, but they're just going to justify it more like, oh, well, if you give us a little bit of your blood, well, actually, we barely need it because all your 23andMe data, yeah, that got hacked. So we already kind of know, even with your genetic code, what to advertise more for you. Oh, do you have Russian DNA? Well, we know you're going to like vodka and pierogies and, you know, shit like that. Are you Middle Eastern? Well, we know you're going to like, you know, curry and sand. Are you Indian? We know you just like, you know, cooking with your feet and playing in shit all day. So we'll give you that.
And it would just create a lucrative market for getting AI people verified.
Yeah, they have glass bottom
the speed at which
ones.
AI is improving and being adopted into
But you can get a kayak really cheap. I actually have people drop them at my house for free because I have so many kayaks here. I might even do a kayak rental business this year, just kind of like with people that I know. It's a really great thing to do. Definitely do that, guys. You know, and you can even still, you know, you can be kayaking, but you can still listen to the show in the background. That's what you should be doing.
Technologies is absolutely insane, and I really don't